Hey everyone. So people say to me all the time, I'll ask them, do you think addiction is a disease? And they almost across the board, everybody knows that that's a farce. Unless you've been in the industry and you've been taught this mythology, nobody really believes that nonsense. And that's because it is nonsense. It's literally ridiculous. The idea that people are powerless over drugs and alcohol, on its face just isn't the case. People choose when they're going to get high. The drug or the alcohol doesn't leap into their veins, or there's not an overwhelming compulsion that takes over free will, right? That makes it so free will doesn't exist. People get that, and I think it's self-evident that that's the case. Again, if you've been to 5 rehabs, if you've taken addictionology courses that have a vested interest in the finances of running rehabs, of course you're going to be a believer. But most people don't believe it. So it's funny though, I'll ask people when they're at the retreat or if they're doing private instruction with me, I'll say, do you believe in the disease of addiction? No, I don't think it's a disease. And I say, okay. Do you believe in loss of control? That they're a class of people that lose control. And they'll say, oh yeah, I lose control. And what they don't realize is that the loss of control theory, the idea that some people lose control of themselves and go on these long benders and that they don't have control, is the disease concept in different clothes. There is no such thing as loss of control. The only time that there is a loss of control is when you are passed out or overdosed. When your body can no longer handle the poisoning. That's it. That's a loss of control because you're passed out on the front lawn or whatever. And that's it. But any other time you are consciously aware of choice making. And eventually on a bender you'll stop. And that's the choice you make. So nobody loses control. You may feel like you lose control because that's something you've been taught to feel like. That's part of the Recovery Society mythology. So it's important. It's important to know that you don't lose control. And we have a large appendice in the back of the book, The Freedom Model for Addictions, that deals with that topic specifically, with all the research that proves that there is no loss of control. And that's great news because that means that you're the one that's driving this, which means that you can drive changing and moving on, right? So this is a hard concept for most people, and it requires a thorough explanation with research to back it up. So I hope you read our book, The Freedom Model for Addictions. We will have the audio book out this week. Look for it on Audible and all the different places you can get an audiobook. And it's called The Freedom Model for Addictions, Escape the Treatment and Recovery Track. If you need help, we have a retreat where you can learn the Freedom Model one-on-one, no group, none of that nonsense. And we also have private instruction classes where you can learn from the comfort of home. And one-on-one as well, over Zoom or Skype or FaceTime. All right, give us a call, 888-424-2626. That's 888-424-2626. Going through a tunnel here. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.